From our previous video, we already learned about histogram and the frequency polygons. So the distribution shape of data divide histogram into two types of histogram, which is the first one is a symmetric histogram, which is divided into bell shape and the uniform shape. Then the other type is a skew histogram, which is divided into right skew and the left skew. What is an ogive? Okay, beside the histogram and the frequency polygon, a frequency distribution can also be displayed by drawing a cumulative frequency graph, also known as an ogive. Ogives are very useful for us in order to determine the quartiles and the percentiles of the graph. How to construct an ogive? Okay, before we start drawing or constructing an ogive, these are the four important steps that we need to know before we can start drawing a correct and precise ogive. Example 7. The frequency table on the right shows the salt content of 60 types of food. So the question asks us to construct an ogive in order to represent the data. Okay, before we start with our ogive construction, first we need to do is to complete the frequency table first. So the frequency table is a little bit different compared to the histogram and the frequency polygon, which is we don't need the midpoint, we don't need the lower boundary. The most important thing for the ogive is the upper boundary and the cumulative frequency, which will be represented at the y-axis and the x-axis. And there is one extra class interval has been adapted into the first of the frequency table, which is 50 to 99. This is important for us in order to create or draw a perfect ogive. What is a quartile? A quartile can be determined by using an ogive, which can be divided into three parts, which is the first quartile, second quartile, and the third quartile. For the second quartile, it is also known as a median. Then it is all represented by the name of Q1, Q2, and Q3 by the formula of n over 4, n over 2, and 3n over 4. So for your information, n is a cumulative frequency. As example, let's try find the first quartile, median, and the third quartile based on our previous ogive. Okay, let's find the quartile. Let's start with the first quartile. So the first quartile is represented by Q1, which is by the formula of n over 4. So n is represented by the cumulative frequency, so it will be 60 60 multiplied by 1 over 4, and then the value is 15. So to find the value for the first quartile, we go back to the graph, and then we locate the value of 15, which is it is in between 10 and 20. It is located here. So to find the value for the first quartile, we move it to the right until it touch the line, and then we go down, and we found that the value for the first quartile is 199.5. Okay, and then for the second quartile, so which is also known as a median, which is by the formula of n over 2. So it is 1 over 2 multiplied by 60, the cumulative frequency, then we will get the value of 30. So we go back to the graph, and then we found that 30 is located between 20 and 40, which is here, and then we go to the right until we touch the line, and then we go down until we found the value, which is 249.5. 200 Q2, which is 249.5. Okay, and then the last one, which is the third quartile, represented by the formula of 3n over 4, which is 3 over 4 multiplied by the cumulative frequency, and then we will get the value of 45. To find the value for the third quartile, we go back to the graph, and then we locate the value for 45, which is in between 40 and 50, which is here, and then we move to the right until we touch the line, and then we go down, and then we found that the value for the third quartile is 284.5. Third quartile is 284.5. What is a percentile? Okay, we can analyze a large data more easily and effectively when we divide the data into small parts, which is known as a percentile. A percentile is a value that divides a set of data into 100 equal parts, and it is represented by P1, P2, P3, and so on. Okay, example 8. Let's try the first question of example 8, which is based on the ogive. The question asks us to find the value for the 10th percentile and the 46th percentile. Okay, for the first question, we need to find the value of the 10th percentile, which is P10. Okay, the calculation is almost similar to the quartile, which is it is involved with the cumulative frequency. So since it is a percentile, means it is based on percentage. So 10th percentile is 10 over 100 multiplied by the cumulative frequency, which is 50. Okay, and then we will get the value of 5. So to find the value for the 10th percentile, we go back to the graph, and then we locate the value of 5, which is here. Okay, which is here. And then to find the value, we move it to the right until we touch the line here, and then we go down, and then we find the value of the 10th percentile is 46.5. So the value is for the P10 is 46.5. And then for the second question, which is 46 percentile, which is represented by P46. So this one is also divided by the 100, divided by the 100 and then multiply by the cumulative frequency. So we will get the value of 23. So to find the value of the P46, so we go back to the graph and then we locate the value of 15, we go back to the graph and then we locate the value of 23. Then we found that, so 23 is located here, and then we move it to the right until we touch the line, and then we go down. We found that the value for the 46 percentile is 63.5. So the value for the 46 percentile is 63.5. okay, so 63.5. Okay, that's it for our video.